Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new Pirate Deadpool, which is part of the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure wave of Marvel Legends. And I guess it's a good idea to celebrate the murderous lifestyle that was a pirate. I guess people want this. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. It seems to me that other than a select few people who are really big Deadpool fans who just want Deadpool constantly all the time, everybody else seems to be experiencing a little bit of Deadpool fatigue. Yay or nay? Let me know. I'm just curious. Doesn't really matter in the sake of the review. I'm just curious what you guys think, and then It kind of matters for the sake of the review, in that there's a lot of budget that went into this figure that maybe could have gone towards other characters which don't have 30 to 40,000 different versions. So you guys can let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. We'll set that aside though. For the rest of the video, we're just going to talk about the figure and just decide if it is a good purchase or not. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about, let's say, 17 centimeters to the top of, like the middle of his hat, like to right here, because this part sticks up and his head would be a little bit lower. So I'm gonna just go with the top part of the main part of his hat. It's about 6 3/4 inches, give or take. So it's essentially just a Bucky cap body with a new chest and added on parts, which is okay, I guess. If you like Bucky cap, it does hide the legs a little bit, so if you don't like those legs, you don't have to worry about it as much. And it does have a lot of new stuff and a lot of paint. This figure has a lot of detail work on it, which, as I mentioned, there's a lot of budget that went from the rest of this line into this figure. Is that a good thing or not? That's going to be up for you guys to decide. I personally would rather see more new characters rather than Pirate Deadpool and whoever the purple lady is. Seems like a weird choice to dump budget, but I said I wasn't going to talk about that anymore, so now I won't. I've already lied, so I probably will do it again. What's here is good. Don't get me wrong, what's here is good. I don't like that these guns are molded in. I get why they did that. It'd be very bulky to not do it that way, but it does detract a little bit if you're looking at the figure up close. I imagine photography of this guy, which is generally fairly close up, not going to be great because these guns don't look like, they don't look like they're actually guns. They look like they're part of his cape with handles, or part of his skirt. What? Tunic? Tunic probably would be more accurate. That's not great, but I get it, so that's fine. The detail work is sculpted and painted nicely along this part. Along the chest, it's pretty darn good as well. They did paint the buckle, obviously, here and here. That's all good. The line work on the arms is fairly clean. That's good. They painted the ruffly thing here and on the waist. That's pretty clean. The head and hat, other than issues where mine's missing paint, which you guys probably won't have to worry about. Maybe it's universal, who knows. The skull and crossbones is clean as heck. Heckin' clean. The face is painted pretty well. I mean, they did a decent job. I will say the cape looks particularly plasticky, but also could be perceived as like a leathery material on both sides. Yeah, it probably wouldn't look like that in real life, but it's okay. So, as much as I don't care about this in any way at all, they did a good job. It looks really nice. It's a shame. I'm doing it again. It's a shame that so much budget went into something like this rather than a more important spot that hasn't been filled. As far as I'm concerned, again, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. But aesthetically, they did a good job. It is glossy and things here and there, but lots of nice detail work, very clean. I'm gonna have to give it at least an 8 for the aesthetic. They did a good job. It's very accurate, very accurate. You know, they did a good job. They did a good job. As far as accessories go, we get the 2 different swords, and then we also get his pistol. The pistol does have some detail work on it. That is pretty nice. I like that. The swords are okay. I don't like the fact that the swords have to go in on his back of his belt, which makes sense, but they don't really fit. So it's very cumbersome and awkward because they get in the way of the cape and of the arms, and you couldn't really draw them from that angle. So it's just not a great way. They probably could have implemented that a little bit better, but that is what it is. So accessory wise, I guess 7? 7 seems fair. That's okay. Now, as far as articulation goes, like I said, it's basically just bucky cap, so this is going to be pretty quick. Oh, by the way, because of all the stuff going on this guy, the cape sits properly for the most part, so that's good. That's good, but he's got this thing up here, and the cape with the swords on it, it's kind of forced out like this anyway. But yeah, the cape does sit mostly properly, so that is good. Maybe this thing's helping a little bit, but yeah, that's all fine. So bucky cap, you do have your hinge and your ball peg, but there's not really any room for it to move too much. Like I said, lots of stuff going on there. You're going to get your rotation out of it, and you're leaning on that ball peg, and that's mostly what you're going to be able to do effectively. But I think that'll be okay. You know, plastic is plastic. You're not going to be able to make things go through each other and whatnot, so that's understandable. Shoulders on this new torso, they go out horizontal, full rotation. Arms are all still bucky cap arms, so that's to be expected. The glove is a separate piece, it looks like. It's just floating on top, so that really wouldn't affect anything. You still have your hinges and your swivel. I did those backwards. The hinges are the wrong hinges, and he still has a trigger finger on this hand only. I think that's okay. You know, we have one gun, so that makes sense for this, and if you do want to use both swords, well, live with it. I think that's reasonable, but the hinges are both the wrong hinges. For the torso, we have no articulation other than a waist swivel. I guess it could technically be... No, it's not a ball peg. It's just a waist swivel. So I guess that's also understandable. This thing is fairly encumbering. That's probably not the right way of wording that, but you're not getting the legs out to the side at all. This is not moving. It's a soft enough material, but the way it's cylindrical, this isn't going anywhere. Same thing for going forward. I mean, you can do it, but you're not getting any dynamic poses out of this guy. Not really. So it's bucky cap legs through and through, but you're not going to be able to do a whole lot with this skirt piece. I guess... I mean, you're going to be able to do some, but not much. So yeah, articulation's going to get like a 6 on this. No torso, limited legs. Not that there could be anything better done, but it is what it is. So 6 for that. So final verdict on this guy is, if you want it, if this is something that appeals to you, get it. You're going to enjoy it. If you couldn't care less about Pirate Deadpool, then this review is not really helpful anyway, because it's not like it's a mind-blowingly good figure and you're going to miss out if you don't have it. But if you're even remotely interested, then go ahead and pick it up. It's pretty solid. I'm going to give it an 8 overall. It's an oddly strong release for something that I think most people don't care about. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know some of you are interested. You don't have to freak out and be like, hey, lots of people like it, lots of Deadpool fans. I know, I get it, but is that the majority? I don't know. I wonder if anybody knows. But you can let me know what you guys think in a respectful way in the comment section below. Please don't get into a fanboy fight, anybody. I'm just not interested in having to mediate that amongst people, so please don't do that. But let me know what you think about this kind of thing. As far as the budget being spent on something like this, I'm not even talking about the character, just the budget for the line being spent on something like this. So, alright, let's talk about that, and that'll do it. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, you do. I have new videos out almost every single day, and for the days I don't, I've got thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that, and in the meantime, keep collecting.